Is it started?
We started, sir.
Started. Okay. We finished process once again. What is program? What is process? What is process architecture? Is it finished? I forgot. That's why. The other section. This is finished.
We
Akila.
finished this part, sir.
This one.
Yes, sir. We finished this
Okay.
part.
So in the last session, what we discussed, what is program? Okay. So we learn what is passive entity, what is active entity. Program is a passive entity. Process is a active entity. The lifespan of program is more compared to process. What is the reason? Also, I explained. Okay. And architecture. This architecture is finished. No? Akila, this is also finished.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so until this we finished, I think. So attributes of a process. Okay, let's see. Today's session we will discuss about PCB. What is the full form of PCB? Process control block. Okay, and then process table, and then process states. Okay, see what is PCB. See, if your program is running, you are executing your program. So it will create one process. Yes or no? Executing your program means it will create one process. Suppose I am executing one program. So it will create one process for me. You are executing the same program. So it will create one more process. For a single program, it will create many processes. It's possible based on user requirement. Okay, more number of users per same program accessing the same program, more processes. Okay, so every process it contains set of attributes. Yes or no? In the last class we discussed about set attributes of a process. That means why we need these all attributes of a process. See, every process it will create. So it contains process, general purpose registers, all these. Okay, we will learn today. Okay, so what do you mean by process control block? What do you mean by data structure? See, in the previous chapter, in the C program, this word is you must know, I think, program counter. Anyone from the class? What is the use of program counter? No? See, for example, I written one program void main open braces int I comma j and print up scan up and close the main program. Okay, this is my program. So what is program counter? So each instruction in our program, the program counter will point. Program counter will store the address of each instruction. Okay, void main is one instruction. Yes or no? So open brace is one instruction. Int a comma I comma j is one instruction. Each instruction by default program counter is 0 initially. It will reading from one by one instruction. What happens? Program counter automatically increased. Okay. What did you get this one? You return one program. Each what do you mean by program? Set of instruction we call program. So each instruction is pointing to program counter. Okay, it will store the address of the each instruction. Okay, let's see. Program counter specifies the address of the instruction to be executed next. First line, it points to first line, it will execute, it will point to next instruction. and then next instruction like that. Okay, it will point into the instructions. Before this is process state, some not state amma. Here we need to modify here. Process states, not state. Okay. So what is the use of process states? Actually, I need to. I will give you some questions. Someone you must respond. When a process will create, amma, when will a process create? I want response. When will create process? Anyone? I want response here, Amma. Must respond. What is the lifespan? When it will create a process and when it will terminate a process? Rule number 3. At what time the process will create and when it will terminate? Rule number 8.
So when we use the fork system call,
Okay, fork system call, that is different concept. Okay, it will create the process, but I written one program when the process will create, when it will terminate. See, you are executing your program, then the process will create. Okay, operating system will create one process for every program. Okay, suppose you written one program, it's not two numbers, and you compile CC space some A dot C, and then you write A dot out. There itself, compile time, it will create one process. Okay, that is called creation of process, and the process will terminate when once your program execution is done, the process will terminate. Okay, everyone listen carefully. The process will create when your program execution starts. Okay, and the end is termination is your program execution completion. Okay, in between the process will exist. Okay, limited lifespan. Program is a longer compared to process because it is stored in the secondary storage, but process the lifespan is very limited because in between the execution starts and the execution ends. In between process the creation and termination will take will happens. Okay, see, so what is the process states? Process states is nothing but what is the current activity of a process. Okay, actually we have many different states, new state, ready state, running state, this new state, ready state, running state, wait to terminate, even suspend, ready, suspend, wait. Okay, these many states are there. Then why we require process state? The process states is saying that the current state of the process. Okay, so each process goes to different state during its lifetime. During its lifetime means during the execution of a program, it will go different states. In the beginning, new state. After the process is created, it is ready to execute, and then running. After running, if it is successful execution, directly goes to terminate. If there any error means again it will come back to ready state, like that. If you are multiple users, I will explain this is in later. Okay, this is one concept. Okay, so what is the use of process states? Each process goes through different states during its lifetime. So process states specifies the what is the use of process states? What is the current state of the process? Okay, only this region you need to know about process states. Okay, sorry. So the next one is priority. Okay. So in general, you know, the highest priority is having the which process is having the highest priority, that is allocated for the CPU execution. Yes or no? CPU will take which is the highest priority and the process. Okay. Priority specifies how urgency is to execute the process. Okay. So the main purpose of priority is we have multiple processes. So which process will execute first? So based on priority, the process which is having the highest priority will execute first. Okay. So till now we discussed about process ID, program counter, and process states and priority. Okay. What is the next one? General purpose registers. What is the use of registers, someone? What is the use of registers? So registers are used to store or hold the data. Okay. There are many registers, some are general purpose registers, accumulators, all these comes under registers. Okay. The main use of the register, these registers are to hold the data. Okay. If you're executing your program, means the data which is stored in the registers. Every process which contains set of registers. Okay. Okay, listen one more time. Every process contains its own set of registers. That means you are executing your program. That means the process will create. So the memory is required to execute any program, yes or no? So those memory is allocated with registers here. Okay, registers will store the your data. While executing your program, the data will be stored in the registers. Okay. See, general purpose registers are used to hold the data of process generated during its execution time. Okay. Each process has its own set of registers. Every process is having its own set of registers. These registers. Next one, list of open files. See, if your process is executing means which is present in secondary memory or main memory. If your program is you are executing your program, that means your process is stored in main memory or secondary memory.
Main memory.
Main memory, because always you are doing in your laptop, your system, you are doing something means always you are working on main memory. Okay. So list of all, each process requires some files which must be present in the main memory during the its execution time. Okay. And PCB will maintain all these files during the execution. List of open devices means suppose I want print something means printer. It will need to will by the process. That is also one process somehow. When I press Control 3 means it will performing and process will create and printing those pages. Okay, that is a list of open devices. So here PCB we need to remember some of the points. Those are process control block of each process resides in the main memory. Okay, always PCB of each process will resides in the main memory. And one more thing, they register only one PCB corresponding to each process. Just now I said na, every process having its own PCB. And one more thing is PCB of all the processors are present in linked list. You know already linked list, we have different types of linked list: circular, double, single linked list. Yes or no? So PCB of all the processors are presented in linked list like this one. I will show. See, this is one PCB, this is one PCB, this is one. All these PCBs are present in the process table. I will explain later. Okay. See, PCB of all the processors are present in the linked list. In the linked list, one, you know the concept of linked list. If it is single linked list, it contains two fields, data field and address field. Like that, it will interlink. Okay. So, what is the main purpose of the process control flow block, and what are the attributes that the process contains, and all these are meant, the process attributes are keep it in one place, which is called process control block. So process control block is a data structure. It holds the data related, which is related to process, and these many attributes we need to remember. Okay. Any queries regarding PCB? Any queries regarding PCB? Only one thing you need to remember, Amma. Only you written one program, you are saved in the secondary memory. Okay, that is program. Next, once the program is saved into your program, next we need to compile and execute. Yes or no? Well, compilation time, the operating system will create the process. Okay, operating system will create the process during the execution start time. Okay, and the process terminates when your execution is finished. Okay, you need to understand the flow of the sequences on. Okay, when we'll create process, when we'll terminate the process. Okay, so even my program is a.c. That a.c is used by multiple users are accessing the same program. It will create multiple processes. Every process is having its own PCB. Okay, every process is having its own PCB, and every process is having its own set of attributes. Okay, so these attributes you need to remember. Okay, any queries? Any queries, Amma, regarding PCB? Even the architecture also very important. As a CSC student, you must know the what is data section, heap, especially heap and stack. Those are very important. Okay. Yesterday we discussed now. You written one program. The local variable will be stored in one section. Global variable and static variable stored in the data section. In the heap, it will store the dynamically allocated memory space. It will store in the heap. The local variables and functions, parameters, return types, all the values will be stored in the section stack. Okay, you need to remember. Okay, this is the PCB. Even some of the example, you need to listen here. Even it will also contain voice including scheduling, resource allocation, interrupt processing, performance monitoring, and also everything it will be done by operating system. So look at the screen. I will give the 1 minute time. Look at the screen, and what you observed by seeing this diagram, you need to explain now. Even is it correct or wrong? Don't worry. What do you think about this diagram? You can explain. Okay, I will give the 1 minute time. Start. Okay, anyone? What is this, this diagram says? Any idea? What you observed from this diagram? Anyone, what you observed from this diagram? See, this is this is one process, that is P naught. This is one process, that is P1. These processes are created by using operating system. Operating system will create these processes. Okay. See, P naught is executing from here to here. P naught is executing means what about the remaining all processes? Idle state. Yes or no? This logic will we already discussed during the operating different types of operating system. See, we have multiple processes. Process is using sometimes CPU time, sometimes IO time. The process is using IO time means CPU will allocate it for the next process. Okay. So here two process which are P0 and P1. P1 is executing means P1 is in idle state. If P1 is executing, P0 is idle state. It is executing, it is idle, like that. Yes or no? So only one process will execute at a time. See, what is process table? See, these are all process PCB. This is one PCB, this is one PCB, this is one PCB. So here, how many processes are there? Here, diagram. How many processes are there? Every process is having its own PCB. Yes or no? So this is one process. This is one PCB. This is one process. This is one PCB. Okay. How many number of processes are there? And those many number of time the PCB is available. Okay. So what about process table? So process table will store all the PCBs. Okay, see, based on every PCB contain attribute, it will store. See, PID PCB. Okay, the use of process table is to store the PCBs. Okay, only one reason to use the process table. The main reason is to store the PCBs table. That is because this is not the process table, but you must know about how these PCBs are stored into the process table. Okay, see, process ID is 1, so process ID is 1 and PCB, and this is process ID is 2 and it will store here like that. Okay, n number of PCBs. Is it clear, Amma? The next one is very important, Amma, this one. See, process states. Already I said that we have many states: new state, ready state, running and waiting state, terminated state, and also sometimes suspend, ready, and suspend, wait also. Okay. So what is the why we require process states? Why we require process states, Attila? Just now we discussed what is the use of process states. Roll number 53. Rule number 8. What is the use of process states? Are you there, Amma? Roll number 22. Roll number 21. Roll number 5. No, first respond first. Remove the numbers. Not respond. So what is the use of process states? My voice is audible. Okay, what is the use of process states? So what is the current state of the process is defined process states. Okay, at present the process is in ready state or running state or waiting state or terminated state. Okay, the process states will say that what is the current state of the process. Okay, so what is the use of new statement? The process is being created. Okay, the state new is saying the process is being created. What about ready state? The process is waiting to be assigned to a process, already ready and waiting for assigned to a process. Okay, running statement instructions are being executed, and waiting statements, see, every process it will utilize CPU time. Sometimes it will utilize IO time. Okay, if it is using IO time, some other process is allocated for CPU. Yes or no? If the multiple processes are there, multiple users trying to execute CPU. If one process is using IO time, then CPU will not be idle. Yes or no? So the next process will execute. Okay. So that's the waiting and terminate. Once the process execution is finished, then it will stop the process. Okay. Let's see. See. Look at the screen. Okay, now observe this diagram. What you understand by seeing this diagram, you can explain. Rule number 8, I will ask about this diagram after 1 minute. Carefully, you need to observe this. What's going on this diagram. You already know what is the new, what is ready, what is running, what is waiting, what is terminated. Even it is sometimes it is also possible suspend ready, suspend wait. Rule number 8, be ready. Okay, Amma. You can, is it correct or wrong, Amma? Don't worry. What do you observe? What is going on in this diagram? You can explain. Are you there or not?
Sir? Yes, sir.
Hmm. What you observed in this diagram? What is going on?
I'm not very sure, sir.
Okay,
In the beginning, a new process is created.
the process is created here. Okay.
Yes, sir. And then it is getting ready. I'm not sure about the ready part.
Get it ready only. So once the process is ready, so it is admitted to ready state. Means I am ready. Okay. So once the process is ready, it will ready to going to running
Running.
state. So by scheduler dispatch, I will explain later. Amma, we have different scheduler algorithm. So which process will execute first based on this algorithm. Okay. So the process is ready to move to running state. Okay.
Yes, sir. So,
Imagine like you are executing one your program. Okay. So your executing starts from here. So it will create one process. Your process is ready. Executing, if your program having some errors, then what happens? Your program is having
it won't
some
run.
errors. It won't run. Again, it will come back to ready state.
Ready.
Okay. Interrupt
Yes,
means
sir.
that only. Okay. Errors are interrupt. Okay. If there is no errors, directly it will run and execution is finished and process will terminate. Okay. That's why process created terminate at the execution end. Okay. What about waiting state? See, when the process is created and that process is ready and it is running state, without errors, it will successfully we got the output. But if in the middle you got any errors, again it will goes to ready state. Okay, okay until running state. So in the running state, see always only one process won't execute. Yes or no? Facebook application is used by multiple crores of members. That means crores of processes. Yes or no? So here multiple users. It is single process. This is the procedure. If it is having multiple processes, what happens? One process is using I/O time. So CPU is idle or it is assigned for some other process. If one process is, see, remember, Amma, process always use either CPU time and I/O time. Remember, okay? That means CPU time means it is in execution process. I/O time means it will wait for input and output. See, sometimes you're executing a program. By default, when you press dot slash a dot out means it is static variables. It will automatically print. Yes or no? But during the execution time also you are giving the inputs. There the process is waiting for inputs. Yes or no? Enter A, enter B. Well, that means the process is waiting for user inputs. That is called I/O time. That at that particular time process is using which time? Not CPU time. That is using I/O time. So if one process is using I/O time means CPU is in idle state, but never be wait for the idle state. Okay. So the next process will allocate for that CPU. Yes or no? So this is in waiting. Once the waiting is over, it is again ready state. Okay. Understood, Amma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Amma, if you want more data, even you can read it. Okay. So any queries, Amma? So today class we discussed about process control block. What is the use of process control block? To store the data of particular process. Okay. What are the attributes of process and Every process contains PCBs, and all the PCBs are stored into one table that is called process table. And then these are the process states. Okay, I will forward this PPT in the WhatsApp group. Okay, you can try it once we wait.